Have you ever done something you truly believed was good for your health, only to find out later that it might have been doing more harm than good? For many of us in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, oatmeal has always seemed like a reliable choice. It is warm, comforting, easy to digest, and recommended by just about every doctor and nutritionist out there. It feels like a friend, and for the most part, it is. But here is the truth that most people do not talk about. The way we prepare our oatmeal, and even the way we eat it, can quietly work against us. Without realizing it, we could be turning this healthy food into a source of blood sugar spikes, inflammation, or digestive discomfort. We might be unknowingly reducing the very nutrients our bodies need most as we age. In this video, we are going to explore the 9 most common mistakes people over the age of 60 make when it comes to oatmeal, and more importantly, how to fix them. I will also share gentle, practical ways to turn your morning bowl into a true source of nourishment and energy. I want you to feel stronger, more balanced, and more confident in your choices, starting with the very first meal of the day. So, if you are ready to make a few simple changes that can lead to better health and more comfort, stay with me. This might be the most helpful video you watch this week. Let's begin. Mistake number 1, adding too much sugar. It is one of the most common mistakes, and also one of the easiest to overlook. You start with a healthy bowl of oats, but then you reach for the brown sugar, maybe a drizzle of maple syrup, a handful of sweetened dried fruit, or even flavored creamers. Suddenly, what started as a wholesome breakfast turns into a dessert. The truth is, when we add too much sugar to our oatmeal, we change its entire effect on the body. That gentle energy we are hoping for becomes a spike, followed by a crash. For many older adults, that crash can mean brain fog, irritability, or sudden fatigue later in the morning. And over time, regular high sugar intake, even in the morning, can increase the risk of insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and unwanted weight gain. Especially as we age, our bodies are more sensitive to sugar, and we do not recover from those spikes as quickly as we used to. Now, that does not mean you need to eat bland food. Far from it. The good news is there are plenty of ways to enjoy the natural sweetness of oatmeal without harming your health. Fresh fruits like chopped apples, pears, or blueberries are excellent. They contain fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, and they release sugar more slowly into the bloodstream. A pinch of cinnamon, nutmeg, or vanilla extract can also bring out flavor without adding calories or inflammation. If you love a bit of sweetness, try mashing in half a banana or using unsweetened applesauce. These offer a satisfying taste without the downside of refined sugar. Oatmeal should give you comfort, not a blood sugar roller coaster. Being mindful of how you sweeten it is one of the easiest and most powerful changes you can make. Now, let us look at the second mistake, one that has to do with convenience and what is really hiding in those little packets. Mistake number 2, using flavored instant oats. We have all been there. It is a busy morning, and the quick fix seems like the smart choice. You grab a packet of flavored instant oatmeal, tear it open, add water, microwave it, and breakfast is done in under 2 minutes. But here is the problem. Those convenient little packets are often hiding more than just oats. Most flavored instant oatmeals contain added sugars, artificial flavors, sodium, and chemical preservatives. Some even include ingredients you would not recognize or be able to pronounce. And while they may taste comforting, they often contain as much sugar as a candy bar. For older adults, those additives can be especially harmful. High sugar combined with artificial ingredients can cause inflammation, disrupt digestion, and increase the risk of chronic conditions we are already working hard to avoid, like heart disease and high blood pressure. Another downside, these instant versions are usually made from heavily processed oats, which have had much of their natural fiber stripped away. That means you feel less satisfied after eating them and may end up snacking soon after. Now, let me be clear. Oats themselves are not the problem. It is how they are packaged and prepared that makes all the difference. So, what should you do instead? Make your own. Use plain rolled oats or steel cut oats if you have a bit more time. You can prepare a batch in advance or even soak them overnight for a no-cook option in the morning. Add your own toppings: fresh fruit, cinnamon, unsweetened almond milk, maybe a sprinkle of chopped walnuts or chia seeds. By making it yourself, you know exactly what is going into your bowl. No hidden sugars, no chemicals, no surprises, just real food that your body understands and welcomes. Next, let's move on to something many people miss when building their breakfast. The one nutrient oatmeal doesn't give you enough of, but that your body needs every single morning. Mistake number 3, skipping protein. This one often surprises people, especially those of us who grew up thinking a bowl of oatmeal was all we needed to start the day. And while oatmeal does provide healthy carbohydrates and fiber, it is very low in protein. And without enough protein in your breakfast, your body misses out on some essential benefits, especially as you get older. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar. It slows down how quickly your body digests the carbohydrates in oats. Without it, you are more likely to experience a quick spike in blood sugar followed by a sudden drop. That drop can leave you feeling tired, foggy, or hungry again just an hour later. And here is something else to keep in mind. After the age of 60, your body needs more protein than it used to in order to maintain muscle mass, bone strength, and energy. Skipping protein can make it harder to stay active, to recover after walking or gardening, or to support your immune system. So what can you do? The easiest fix is to add protein to your oatmeal or alongside it. Stir in a spoonful of almond butter or peanut butter. Add a sprinkle of hemp seeds or chia seeds. Mix in Greek yogurt or cottage cheese if you like dairy. Even a hard-boiled egg on the side can make a big difference. You can also cook your oats in high-protein milk alternatives like soy milk or add a scoop of protein powder. Just choose one without added sugar or chemicals. The goal is to create balance. When your breakfast includes protein, healthy fats, and fiber, it keeps you full, keeps your energy steady, and helps protect your muscles and metabolism. Up next, we will talk about something many people do not even realize they are doing, and it could be the reason you feel too full, bloated, or just uncomfortable after eating. Mistake number 4, overeating oatmeal. Now, this one can be a little tricky because oatmeal is healthy, right? So it might feel harmless, even smart, to eat a big bowl. But here's the truth. Just because something is healthy does not mean you should eat unlimited amounts of it. Eating too much oatmeal at once, especially with high-calorie toppings like peanut butter, dried fruit, or sweetened nut milk, can lead to unintended problems like bloating, sluggish digestion, or even weight gain over time. This is especially important for older adults. As our metabolism naturally slows down with age, our bodies simply do not need as many calories as they once did. And overeating, even healthy foods, can lead to discomfort and throw off our blood sugar balance. Another common side effect of too much oatmeal: gas and bloating. Oats are rich in fiber, which is wonderful, but if your digestive system is sensitive, large portions of fiber all at once can be tough to process. So, what is a healthy portion? A good starting point is 1/2 cup of dry oats, which becomes about 1 full cup when cooked. That amount provides plenty of fiber and energy without overwhelming your system. If you still feel hungry, instead of adding more oats, consider adding volume with fresh fruits like sliced banana or berries, or sprinkle in a tablespoon of flax seeds or pumpkin seeds. These add texture, flavor, and important nutrients without tipping the scales on calories or fiber. Being mindful about portion size is not about restriction. It is about respecting your body's needs and avoiding that uncomfortable feeling after you eat. Now, let's talk about something that happens even before you cook your oats. Something that can quietly rob your body of important minerals if you skip it. Mistake number 5, not soaking your oats. This is a step many people skip, maybe because they have never heard of it, or maybe because it just sounds like extra work. But for those of us over 60, soaking your oats before eating them might be one of the most important steps you can take. Why? Because oats naturally contain something called phytic acid. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient. That means it can block your body from absorbing key minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium. And those minerals are especially important as we age. Iron helps carry oxygen through your blood. Zinc supports your immune system. Calcium keeps your bones strong. So the last thing we want is to eat a food that makes it harder for our body to absorb those nutrients. Luckily, the solution is simple. Soak your oats overnight. That is it. Just put your dry oats in a bowl or jar, cover them with water or milk, and leave them in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours. Soaking helps to break down phytic acid, making the nutrients in oats easier for your body to absorb. It also softens the oats, which makes them gentler on your digestive system and easier to chew, which is another bonus as we get older. If you have ever felt bloated, overly full, or uncomfortable after eating oatmeal, soaking might be exactly what your body needs. And if you like warm oatmeal, you can still heat soaked oats in the morning. They cook more quickly and taste just as good. Think of soaking as a way to unlock all the good stuff inside your oats: vitamins, minerals, and smoother digestion. Coming up next, we are going to cover something that affects how you feel after breakfast. And it all depends on how well your oats are cooked. Mistake number 6, undercooking or overcooking your oats. Cooking oatmeal might seem simple, but the way it is prepared can have a big effect on how it feels in your body, especially your digestion. Let's start with undercooked oats. When oats are not cooked enough, they can be tough, chewy, and difficult to digest. This is especially true for steel-cut or rolled oats. Undercooked oats still contain all that healthy beta-glucan fiber, but the fiber stays too firm and can lead to gas, bloating, or a heavy feeling in your stomach, especially if your digestive system is already a bit sensitive, as it often becomes with age. Now, let's talk about overcooking. When oats are cooked too long or with too much liquid, they can become mushy and lose their natural texture. While that might not sound like a big deal, here is what happens. Overcooked oats break down faster in your digestive system. That means your blood sugar might rise more quickly, and you may feel hungry sooner after eating. It also makes the eating experience less satisfying, which can lead to unnecessary snacking later. The goal is to find that sweet spot, oats that are soft, warm, and creamy, but still hold their shape. This helps your body digest them more comfortably, keeps your blood sugar steadier, and makes the meal more enjoyable. If you are using the microwave, keep an eye on the clock and stir halfway through. If you are cooking on the stovetop, follow the directions on the package, but adjust as needed to get the texture you like best. And remember, if you are soaking your oats overnight, they will need much less cooking in the morning, or sometimes none at all. Coming up next, we are going to talk about something most people never think about: what liquid you use to cook your oats, and how it might be affecting both taste and digestion. Mistake number 7, using the wrong liquid. Most people do not think twice about the liquid they use when cooking oats. In fact, many automatically reach for milk, thinking it will make their oatmeal creamier and more nutritious. But here is something you may not know. Cooking oats directly in milk, especially cow's milk, can sometimes cause the oatmeal to become sticky, heavy, or even gummy. That thick texture can make it harder to enjoy and harder for your body to digest. Why does that happen? Milk contains proteins that react with the starches in oats when they are heated together. That reaction can create a dense, glue-like consistency that does not sit well in the stomach, especially if you already deal with issues like indigestion, gas, or bloating. There is a simple solution. Start by cooking your oats in water. Cooking in water allows the oats to soften and release their starches gently. Once they are fully cooked and tender, you can stir in a splash of milk or milk alternative, like almond milk, oat milk, or soy milk, to add the creaminess you want without creating that sticky texture. This method not only gives you a better consistency, but it can also help your oatmeal feel lighter and more comfortable in your belly. And for those who are sensitive to dairy or lactose, choosing a non-dairy milk can make a big difference in how you feel after eating. It is a small change, but it can transform your bowl from something heavy and hard to digest into a meal that feels smooth, balanced, and satisfying. Next, we are going to look at a mistake that happens when oatmeal becomes the only breakfast you trust, and why relying too much on it could actually limit your health over time. Mistake number 8, relying too much on oatmeal alone. Oatmeal is a wonderful food. It is gentle on the stomach, easy to prepare, and full of fiber. But here's something important to remember. Even the healthiest foods lose their power if we rely on them too much and neglect variety in our meals. Over the years, I have spoken with many older adults who eat oatmeal every single morning, sometimes with the exact same toppings and routine. They do it because it feels safe, familiar, and comforting. And I understand that, but there is a hidden danger in repetition, especially as we age. You see, oatmeal, while nutritious, does not provide every nutrient your body needs. It is low in protein, it lacks essential fats, and it does not give you certain vitamins like vitamin B12 or vitamin D, which are especially important for older adults. It also doesn't offer much in the way of colorful phytonutrients, those healing compounds found in fruits and vegetables of different colors. When we eat the same thing every day, our bodies miss out on the opportunity to benefit from the full spectrum of nutrients found in a varied diet. We may even begin to notice fatigue, weakness, or digestive issues without realizing that part of the cause is simply a lack of dietary diversity. So, what can you do? You do not need to give up oatmeal. Far from it. But try to rotate it with other nourishing breakfasts throughout the week. For example, enjoy oatmeal 2 or 3 times per week, and on other days, try eggs with sautéed spinach, a smoothie with protein and berries, or whole grain toast with avocado and a side of fruit. And even when you do eat oatmeal, build it into a more balanced meal. Top it with a variety of fresh fruits, berries for antioxidants, bananas for potassium, or apples for fiber. Add a source of protein like nuts, seeds, or Greek yogurt. Consider a spoonful of ground flaxseed for healthy fats and omega-3s. Think of oatmeal not as the entire meal, but as the foundation. What you build around it matters. A little variety goes a long way, not just for your body, but for your mind and your enjoyment of food. Food should not feel repetitive or restrictive. It should be nourishing, interesting, and joyful. By giving yourself permission to mix things up, you give your body a chance to thrive. Coming up next, we will talk about the final and perhaps most important oatmeal mistake of all. One that has nothing to do with the oats themselves, but everything to do with listening to your own body. Mistake number 9. Ignoring what your body is telling you. This might be the most important mistake of all. And it has nothing to do with how you cook your oats, what you add to them, or how often you eat them. It's about how well you listen to your own body. We live in a time where nutrition advice is everywhere. Some people say oatmeal is a superfood. Others say it raises blood sugar. One day it's heart healthy. The next day it's too high in carbs. It can get confusing fast. But here's the truth. No expert, no article, and not even this video knows your body better than you do. Some people feel wonderful after eating oatmeal. They feel energized, satisfied, and light. Others feel bloated, sluggish, or hungry again too soon. Some notice that their blood sugar stays steady. Others may feel sleepy or foggy an hour later. These reactions are not random. They are your body's way of speaking to you. And especially as we get older, it becomes even more important to pay attention to those signals because digestion slows down, hormones shift, medications interact differently. What worked perfectly in your 40s may no longer serve you in your 70s. So, how do you know if oatmeal is still right for you? Notice how you feel after eating it, not just right away, but 2 or 3 hours later. Are you full? Is your energy stable? Do you feel clear-headed or cloudy? Are you satisfied or craving a snack? If something feels off, do not be afraid to adjust. Maybe it means cutting back on the portion size. Maybe it means pairing it with more protein. Or maybe it means trying a new breakfast entirely, like eggs and greens, or a smoothie with healthy fats. There is no shame in changing what your body needs. In fact, it is one of the wisest things you can do. Listening to your body is not a trend. It is a lifelong skill, one that becomes more valuable with every passing year. So whether oatmeal stays a part of your routine or not, remember this. Your health is not defined by any one food. It is defined by how well you care for yourself, how well you nourish your body, your mind, and your spirit, morning by morning. Now, let's wrap up with a few final thoughts to bring it all together. So there you have it. 9 oatmeal mistakes that many of us have made without even realizing it. Some are small, like adding a little too much sugar. Others are bigger, like skipping protein or relying on oatmeal as your only breakfast. But the good news is each one is fixable. That's the beauty of learning, especially at this stage of life. We're not chasing perfection. We're just making small, thoughtful changes that help us feel better, move easier, and live more fully. And sometimes those little shifts, like soaking your oats, adding protein, or listening to your body, can make a powerful difference in how your day unfolds. Oatmeal can still be one of the most nourishing ways to start your morning, but like anything else, how you prepare it matters. And when you give your body the care and attention it deserves, it responds with more energy, less discomfort, and better balance. You are never too old to make a better choice. You are never too late to learn something new. And you are certainly not alone, because here on this channel, we are building a community of people who care about their health, their well-being, and their future. If this video helped you or gave you something to think about, I hope you'll take a moment to share it with someone you care about, a friend, a neighbor, maybe even a family member who could use a gentle reminder that good health starts with simple things. And if you have your own oatmeal tip, recipe, or experience to share, I would love to hear it. Leave a comment down below. This channel is about wisdom, not just from me, but from each of you. Thank you for spending your time here. Thank you for caring for yourself. And thank you for being part of Elders Insight, where every chapter of life is a chance to grow. Until next time, stay well, eat mindfully, and take good care of your beautiful self.